Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're feeling well. Now today we're going to have a run through the finished journal. Now a few of you have asked me if I would do this, so I thought we would. And obviously most of the pages, there is the odd one where I've added a couple of pieces of my favourite artwork, but in general most of the pages we have created together. So I'll show you as best as I can a look through, but it's that combination of I want you to be able to see in detail, but we might not get the whole double page spread as we have our little walk through. So if you want to grab yourself a cheeky brew and a biscuit and plump up your cushions, get comfortable, we can have a little go through the journal. I have to say I've loved creating this, really have loved it, and I'm amazed how it didn't sort of end up how I thought it would. It really is a journey, to be honest, and I've loved every minute of this. So we've got our beautiful front cover that we decorated last Monday, and if you missed that, that's last Monday's. And obviously I can't actually list every stamp that I've used in the journal. If you want to know a specific stamp, I would go to that specific. So last Monday, if you want to know about any of these, maybe have a look at last Monday's. So let's open our journal. And I love this. I mean, look at that. All this loveliness. I love the fact that it's full, that these pages are so tactile. And our first page is here. Glorious colour. As you know, I love autumn, I love oranges, and this is our first page. And each page we've got a combination of stamps, stencils, stickers, all from Lavinia. So if there's anything you want to look up, go on the Lavinia website. The next page, and what's lovely is I remember creating these. This was brushos in the background. Got some of our metallic gilding polishes through stencils here, and obviously our beautiful tape. Remember, your tape can be used just for a border. And again, some stencil, that clean up, cleaning my stencil in the background. I won't spend too long on each page. Obviously, if you want to have a look in detail, maybe pause the video. I was conscious that if I spent too long, we could be here for sort of hours. And this lovely double page spread with our gorgeous sticker stencils. I had such fun with these. And I love this idea. This is all flat look, absolutely beautiful, just by using the sticker stencil, inking in the middle and some stamping. I mean, that in itself, such a beautiful card. And then this side to complement the design, but this on its own could be a Valentine's card. And again, these sticker stencils, we could create robins. You know, use your imagination. Some faux stitching around the edges. Onto our next page. We've got some gel press here, and what I love for me is going through my journal. I can see all the different stamps that I have, all the different techniques that I can do, you know, and it's almost like a bit of a Bible for me, a bit of a crafting Bible. If I want to look and think, oh look, this is what happens when I use a stencil on my gel press. And then if we just pop the other side, almost got a smaller version here. And here we've got some of our craft yarns. Now they're fabulous. You'll see those again and again. I love the craft yarns. Again, available on the website. And I love the different colours. I've tried to create different pages with different colours, not always using my favourite. But obviously, look, we've got orange. We do have a few with my favourite. Again, the sticker stencils. This heart one has been so useful. Got some of our gilding flakes here, look. They make an appearance. And here, we've got the most gorgeous. So our zigzag cards, look, we do different sizes. So look at that. If you had some photographs and you wanted to add some photographs, how lovely would that be? And it's all just tied together, again, with a craft yarn. She says, come on. Let's tie a little bow. And the craft yarns come in the most fabulous colours. There we go. And that's our secret garden. Again, such a great addition, that stamp. On to our next page. And this was when we did our video with some blending. Just using our inks and blending the colours. But again, with the same colour top and bottom. And then the middle colour. And then, you know, just stamping on top. Beautiful. And we teamed it up with similar colours through a stencil and a nice sentiment. And look, so we've stamped the sentiment in 2 colours, in black and in a pinky purple, just to match. Remember, you can stamp in your 2 colours. So like I say, for me, it's a bit of a craft Bible, reminding me if I need an idea, I can look through this and think, oh, that's an idea for a card. Some decoupaging on here. And again, I'm always careful. I choose nice, easy shapes to cut out. I don't know if you're the same. And look at these lovely. They remind me of little kilt pins. And again, these are on the website. And some more, some gold thread, our sewing thread. So again, you can sew your journal pages. I've had a few people asking me if you can. And on this side, look, a lovely pocket. Now this pocket is made from when I've purchased one of our Lavinia stamps. That's the plastic bag it comes in. And this, my little tag, is actually, look, the back of the piece of card that comes with your stamp on. So again, you can make yourself a little tag and a pocket, all for free. Some craft yarn again, and that all comes with your stamp when you buy your stamp. On to our next page. Now this is a lovely idea. I wanted to just make a note of the colours, well, some of the colours of my VersaFine Clair inks. And again, that's a permanent ink and great for stamping. It shows wonderful detail. So I've chosen one of my lovely trees, look. Cut my pieces of card and then just stamped in a few colours, and I've just written the name. And don't be worried about your handwriting. This is your journal. You know, if somebody said to me, Jo, I think your writing's scruffy, I'd say, well, do you know what, so do I. But it's important, that is my handwriting. And if anything was to happen to me, the boys or the grandchildren, they would have my handwriting. And for me, that's so important. So we need to be proud of what we do. Don't be scared of putting your own handwriting in case somebody tells you they don't like it. This is your journal and it's an expression of you. These gorgeous little bulldog clips, I love these. You'll see these feature quite heavily. But again, it's all about what you like. Now here we've got some alcohol inks. I adore alcohol inks. And these are the Lavinia pure alcohol inks. And we've got a piece of work on the UPO here. And then just a couple of offcuts. I love using my offcuts. Just to bring the whole design together. And some stencil work in the background. And this is just Distress Oxide ink that I've used my alcohol ink puffer. It's not easy to say that, but I've used it to give that similar sort of effect. Just different ways of tying designs together. Now this one I did when our late Queen passed away. I just thought it was nice to have something, a little bit of a homage to the wonderful lady. I adore wreath designs. So I made a wreath design, and one of our pound stamps in the range is a crown. So I thought this was a lovely way, and I've put a couple of stamps in because obviously our new stamps have got our new king on. So I thought it was a way of, you know, sort of commemorating and keeping a couple of stamps. And we've got a beautiful verse there. Again, just tying the whole thing together. Now this one I dated. So again, if you want to add the date to your work. Now here we have another wreath design. I told you I like my wreath designs. But this one I've stamped. Now again, a lot of people have asked, we have smooth journals and we have rough journals. This is a rough journal, so it gives more texture, which I do love, but it isn't as easy to stamp on. But by choosing your stamps carefully and I put paper underneath, you can stamp, look, and get a fabulous effect. And I love that. I love those colours. So again, the handmade card paper takes, these are watercolour pencils, it takes the colour very well. Now our next page, this was one of the original ones I did quite early on in my journaling journey, and this was just using up an ATC card that I'd made a while ago, and I just created a design around it. And this one's got some sprinkle it powder on the top, and that just attaches by sprinkle with water, and that's a lovely way of adding sparkle. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up, but if you've got your sprinklets, they work really well on top of brush-os, and when the brush-o's wet, sprinkle it on. And again, I've got some more of my gorgeous tape, look. And again, a couple of little glass glints. It's a way of just adding various things. Now here, this was when I looked at panel cards. I adore panel cards, and it's great to incorporate. We've got the panel running right along a double page spread there. Little bit of stamping in the corner, but we've still got white space, look. It's nice to have white space. And all the way through you'll see our journaling stickers, and we have various ones. We have Christmas, autumn. I think you'll see, let me think, when's this video going live? We have some new steampunk ones. Now I'm not sure if I've just let the cat out of the bag or if we've actually released that. So if we haven't, ignore it until we do. But I adore these stickers. And you can mix and match different stickers for different designs. You know, if you've got new stamps, when we do have new stamps released, it's a lovely thing to do. Just create a journal page, even if it's just to remind you what the stamps are. This is quite a simple one, but again, I've got a lovely embellishment that I found in the garage. So this was in Carl's garage, and I thought I'd like that in my journal. So in it went, look. Again, our lovely round stickers. Some background stamping. I love this script stamp. Sometimes when you don't know what you want to add to a page, the script is just the perfect amount. Now I think we're about halfway through, just to give you an idea. Now this one, as you know, I adore florals, and this was when we looked at the spotlight technique. Now again, if you wanted, you could make notes of what the techniques are and have this to help you with your, you know, remembering what different techniques are. But this one, after we'd done the card, black and white, so monochromatic, but adding colour where the spotlight is. And again, this is all flat, little bit of shading to make it look 3D. What we've done is created some circles and semicircles in card just by drawing round our circle masks, just again to give us, to tie the whole design together, to bring the spotlight onto this page. And we've done this lovely script journal writing as a border. And again, I love that. Oh, and there's one of those lovely little pins again. Does remind me of my kilt pin when I was little. Now our next page, we've got a nice festive design as well. And this could be a way of, again, tags. We're often asked, what do you use tags for? So here, I've just added a tag, but put some stamping behind it. And one's floral, and one's there with a beautiful Santa stamp. And again, those gorgeous crafty yarns, look, coming in. Still keeping on the Christmassy theme, we had some new sticker stencils released. I think it was just towards the end of last year, maybe last November. And I loved this, just creating this design, which obviously for me is Christmas, Yuletide, but you could change your colour. It could be a new home card, it could be even somebody who's travelling. But what I've tried to do on here is use, there's 4 sticker stencils in the pack, in the set. So I've used the other 4, one there, look, then the star and the tree. Now again, I could make a note, which set it is, how many are in it. But for me, I know that those 4 are together and that's just my little page spread on there. So I've kept that to the blues and the yellows. Now again, as you know, I don't do my journal in order. I pick odd pages, and when I start, I just let it fall open at any page, and that's where I start. This is different to a story journal. If you wanted to do a journal with a story, which I may actually do next, I think, because I've got two ready waiting to start, that I would do it in order, but this one I just opened up a page and did what I felt on the day. So this was my sort of romantic love story type of theme, and again I got a little bit obsessed with our pound butterfly here, so you will see that appearing in quite a few pages. Couple of different colours through the stencil here, again the green and the pink. I love that colour combination. It's not one I would normally use, but I tried it out in my journal and I'm very happy with that. So we've got some more of the sticker stencils here, again because I wanted each set to appear in my journal. And look, the craft, you can see a theme here, can't you? You can tell the things that I like using. And as you know, I love to do my stenciling in opposite corners, but then carry it on into my journal. And look at this page. How beautiful to have each of the sticker stencils just slightly overlapping each other, and we've got that shade. Now, the smaller of our brushes, this gorgeous little one here, and I think this is number 3, is perfect for that. Really great for getting in and just adding that shade detail. And again, I think I was embracing the blue on that day. So back to my favourite colour. Obviously, it wouldn't be long before we had more orange. And we've just got some blending here. Just looking at how blending works. Some stencil clean-up background. Beautiful, our hearts, our charms. They're perfect if you just want to add a little something but you're not sure what. And then on this side, I've got the gorgeous stamping foam where I've heated it up, made a pattern using our stencil, our white orb stencil, and then I've created a background. And what's lovely here is I've got similar stamping look, but this is monochromatic because my background has got so much colour. And again, that just gives me an idea if I need to send a card. You know, do I want the same design with full-on colour, or do I want more monochromatic? And here we've got one of the fabulous coffee stirrers. Again, I like to put recycling items in, and that's got the metallic gilding polish on. Remember your night-night routine with your polish. Our next page. So we have our panel here. So the fabulous low tack masking tape that we sell at Lavinia is perfect for creating a panel. And we've got our gorgeous, I think that's Rufus. And again, we've got more hanging charms. Now this time we've got blue on the berries. I think that works beautifully. We've got some stickles, look. I'm hoping you can catch that. And again, we've just got a lovely double page spread. And some beautiful stamping in the background, second generation. Now this page started off with one of the YouTubes, again, on the stamping foam. That is just fabulous stuff. Honestly, if you've not had a play with it, I do urge you to watch that tutorial and have a play. It makes the most brilliant backgrounds, and that is just flat. Great for men's cards, because obviously sometimes they can be difficult. So sorry, any of you men listening, I'm sorry. I know you don't mean to be difficult, but just sometimes you can be. And here, look, I've used one of the circle stickers almost to create a hanging bauble. So again, that's just another idea of what you can do. And this was another one of our YouTubes, one of our how to create this gorgeous card. This lovely gatefold with a slight difference. So I had to add that into my journal. And as it happened, I had a page where I used clean up from my stencil. And that was just the background. I didn't want to have too strong a fussy background because I love this design. And that needs to take centre stage. So a couple of beautiful sentiments, memories and good times ahead. And for me, that page was complete. It didn't need any more. And the balance I found just right. Now our next one, from clean and simple to how bold is that? Do you remember creating this one? On our beautiful circular cards, and this was the grey. So we have white, I think it's ivory, and grey. Now, they do make gorgeous wreath cards, but, you know, we can do other things in them, and I just think that is so mean and moody. So I went for a very dark background, and that's our Elements inks, but when you flick the water, look at that. And that's the beauty of journaling. Some days I wanted clean and simple, some days I wanted, look at that, full-on colour. And really, it depends what mood you're in. Now here, they're a bit fishy, these pages. So we've gone under the water. Again, just some beautiful blending, stamping our fish. I've decoupaged our little sea urchins there. And we've got the coral stencil in the background. And again, our lovely sentiment on here, look, just to tie the two together. Our next page started off with a gel press background, some beautiful stamping with the garden poppies, and then Lupin and Logan on this beautiful signpost. Look at that. And I have to say, I love the fact of keeping Lupin and Logan in black and white, very monochromatic, just some pencil shading, but then adding the colour. Just using our landscape masks in the background to add a little bit of detail, and again running right across the page. And for me, you don't need any more than that. And as I say, for me, every page is different, and I actually remember doing every page, and for me it's just a pleasure to look through. Again, some lovely florals here. The leaf creeper, that is becoming one of my favourite stamps. Amazing. It's just sometimes when you need something hanging, it's, to me, perfect. Again, that cleaning up with the stencil, it's nice to see how you can use it, look. And this was gorgeous. This was a workshop card, and I loved it so much I had to add it to my journal. And again, didn't want to add much behind, so there was a little bit of clean up on there. Just left it at that. Some gold Posca, and that's all I needed. I think that says enough itself. This was, I wanted to see what brushos were like directly on the paper and if it went through. So again, a slight amount did go through, but I added my topper on the other side. So my suggestion would be, if you're going to do that, make sure you put copy paper underneath. But I loved the design, and to carry it on and have it on the actual paper, and it's textured, honestly, you just want to touch it. And then I didn't add a lot to this side because obviously we've got the fabulous Brushel powders. So we just have a small Make-A-Wish and our lovely dandelion there. And this, I wanted to create quite a masculine card design. So we've got the gel press on here again. We've got some Brushel powders. We've got the sentiment. But when I was cleaning Billy Brayer for this, I cleaned him on a piece of card. And then I stamped the card up, if you remember. And that's what this design's created with. And again, for me, it reminds me, that's just my clean up from Billy Brayer. But look at that. And here we've got the hat look, and that's painted with our metallic gilding polish. So just a reminder, we can paint with it. And I'm afraid I couldn't resist adding those little wobbly eyes, look. Again, they just make me smile. So our next page, I wanted to use more of our gilding flakes. Created another panel, but this time I've got some lovely stencil work in the panel with our sticker stencils. I've used my quickie glue pen and added some of our flakes. But I've also used the red liner tape down the middle to add the gilding flakes. and we have some around our beautiful design here. Now again, this is a Christmas design, but it could easily be changed for a Valentine's, a wedding. And we have a couple more of the hanging baubles, look. So again, ideas for Christmas cards. More of our lovely threads here. Now this one, I love this beautiful Zen grass stamp, and I've stamped it in black, clear embossing powder over the top, and then I've painted with our lovely powders, our mica powders. So again, remember you can paint with them, and look how lovely. Hopefully you can catch the sheen on there. And I didn't want a lot else on that page because I love that. We've got a few little flicks of the blue here. So just a tiny bit of blue in the background, that's all. Sticker, and I didn't want anything else. I love the simplicity of that as it is. And then on this side, we have that beautiful corner to corner design. Again, I've carried it on in blue because this page already had some blue cleanup from one of my stencils. So I knew if I created a design in blue, it would fit perfectly on this card. And to tie the two together, we've got one of our round stickers, pictures, look, journal stickers, absolutely love it. And I've just added a little bit of squiggling like I do, but I didn't really want to have a lot. I want this to be the focal point, and I love the cleanness of this. It's so pretty, and that corner to corner design works so well. And again, you could use so many different colours, different stamps. This again was one of the first pages I created, and it's nice because I remember creating it. Again, going on the greens just down the spine, making a focal point of the spine. The beautiful sticker stencil, just adding additives. This is glossy accents inside, so it's dried clear, look. So I have added a few embellishments that are quite thick, but I don't mind that because I like my journal to be quite chunky, and also I like it to be tactile. I'm happy that hopefully people are going to look at it, and I want them to touch it and work out how I've done it, and for me that is part of a journal. And I love the fact of turning the page, not knowing what's going to be on the next page. So this one, we have a double page spread, and I created this design first with our lovely bunnies. So because I wanted to make the whole design almost a bit like a story book, but just on one page, so I've used our lovely landscape masks, stamped again direct, not over fussy, and I love this to carry the moon on, look. So you're almost extending that design, extending the landscape. And again, for me, that's a lovely design that I could use on a card. I'm thinking again, an anniversary card, a wedding card. I could leave the bunnies off if I wanted. Actually, sorry, I'm just thinking I need an Easter card. Now that would make a lovely Easter card. Just change the colours up. You see, you'll get so much inspiration as you look through your journal. And this is using the stamping foam. And I used one of our circle masks in the middle to mask off an area, and it was just the right size for my sticker, look. So I love that. I have to say, I brought my mum to stay with us for a couple of days. She's having a bit of a rough time after we lost my dad last year, and she looked through my journal and she loved it, and she was asking me questions, and we must have spent an hour looking through it together and talking, and just the different things, and different pages actually brought back memories to her of places she'd been with my dad, things they'd done. So even that just, made it so worthwhile for me. It was a very special time. Now here, again, I've used the beautiful Lilium stamp. We've got some stenciling, beautiful corner to corner work, and look, the pound button stamp. I've just made it into an embellishment. Now you can even sew it if you want, to make it look like a proper button. And just to keep the double page spread, I've carried the colours on. And then this was the page we did, I think it was last week or the week before, where we've used our mica sprays. I realised I hadn't used the mica spray, our beautiful mysticals, very much. So with the acrylic plates, the blocks, I created a background and then I've stamped on it. But also I wanted to add our lovely Kay Nixon adds her wrappers from her chocolates. So I'd only got a couple of pages left, so I needed to add one. So that's a little homage to UK. So I've added it again with that lovely little kilt pin. And again, that just reminds me of the chocolates. It, you know, reminds me of Kay. And that's what journaling's all about. And also for me, I hadn't used this stencil very much. So when I was looking through my stencils, I was trying to make sure that I used as many as I could in my journal, because I'm a bit naughty and I keep going for my favourite one. I don't know if you're the same. It's the same with stamps. Quite often if I've got a background or a page where I've used clean up on the background, I look at what stamps I haven't used for a while, just so I've got different stamps on different pages. And here we are on the last page. I was just checking, these pages are so thick, look, absolutely beautiful. So as you can see, they take an awful lot of stuff. Now this one, I've used my stamping foam to create the background and a lovely poppy meadow. You just can't go wrong with a beautiful floral meadow. We've got one of our gorgeous mice here. And then just to complement on this side, the continuity, I've used the same flourish stamp and a couple of our little flutterbys. And it would happen, it wasn't intended, but the same stencil here, look, just happens, and two of you lovely ladies pointed this out on YouTube. I used the same stencil on the first pages, but that was totally unintentional. But do you know what? Fate looks like I did it on purpose, so I'll take that. And so that's the last page. And then on the back, I've got that beautiful back that I created with our gorgeous flakes. And then a little bit of the beautiful metallic gilding polish around the edge and down the spine. So for me, there are so many memories in here, so many times that we've gone together and we've joined each other and we've created those pages, but so many techniques, different stamps, looking at different ways of using them. And, you know, for me, this is probably 12 months. I'm just guessing, maybe 9 months. But that is a part of my life in here. And memories, obviously, different things have happened. And as I say, it was such a talking point with my mum. It was very special. And I have to say, I do love the fact that so many of you now are joining in with this journaling journey. And you're sharing your special pages with us all on our social media groups. You don't have to. If it's something personal and you want to create a page just for you, that's fine. But if you want to share it, it's lovely that we all can share them and we can share ideas. So thank you for joining me in the first of my Lavinia journals. As I say, I have 2 more ready to start, and they're going to be quite different. One quite eclectic like this, where I'm going to add lots of different pages, different designs. But another one that I'm thinking of, we could have a story. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed looking through. I hope you've done some of the pages yourselves. But honestly, your lovely comments do mean the world to us. Such a lovely family on here. I'm going to go now. It's time for me to join in and have my cheeky brew and biscuit. Too much talking, I think. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy your journal as much as I have. I really do. You take care. See you again tomorrow. Something different tomorrow. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.